Hey, hey, hey. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Oh, you're right. There we go. That's probably better. I can actually hear it, but hey, Friday. Who's here? Evening all. Tate's first on. Tate core. Stone to the bone. Hardcore situation. Good evening, Tate. Last winner of the Broken Booze last week. Hello, Noodle Doodles. Happy Friday indeed. Hello, Val. Hello, Marion. Biden our time. Ready in Granton and in Calcan, which is south of Granton. It hasn't rained for 2 days. Yes! Absolutely. That's what it's all about. I'm the same. Because I'm cycling every day. I'm on a cycle path every day. And you know that my bike got nicked. You remember I was telling you about that? And I got a bike replacement from the shop. Electric Bikes, Granton Road. If you're ever in the area, you need repairs, go to Electric Bicycle Company down there. Big Neil will sort you out. Big Neil and the staff. It's the greatest shop in the world. They gave me a bike, right? Just amazing. Blew my mind. But the one thing I still need to buy for it is a mudguard at the back. So it's been a wee bit muddy, damp, dirty bum. Rory says, can you repeat it at 2100, please? Rory, listen, I was doing 2 quizzes per night for a while. So I was doing the same quiz at 7 and then the same quiz at 9. And to be honest, I found it pretty difficult to keep going. So I just do 1 per night. The thing is, you can join in this quiz anytime you like, because once it's recorded onto YouTube, it goes out as live. It's live right now. I'm live now. It's 18:57 Friday night. If you want to start watching the quiz at 9 o'clock, you can do that because it's there. It's the same link. It means you can't take part in live stuff, but you can still do the quiz. You know what I mean? So it's possible to do the quiz later. I'm thinking about bringing back a big teams quiz, which I think you'll remember. And I'm toying with the idea of doing that at 9 o'clock. I've got to work out the format first. Well, I know the format, but I've got to work out the tech and then work out a time. I'm considering doing that at 9 o'clock. It just feels better as a later one. So hopefully big teams quiz will be back later. Can everybody please do me a favor, everyone who's here already, and give me a share? That'd be nice. Please share the quiz. That's what I'm asking you. Please hit share and share it, and specifically challenge someone. Say to them, look, I'm about to do the quiz. I'm great. I'll beat you. You know, and then hopefully that sort of competitive streak inside people will come out and they'll go, oh, I need to do this quiz. I need to beat my friend. Hello, Chris. Yeah. Hello, Titty Biscuits. Glasgow style. Superb. Hello, the Fifers of the Peaky style. There it is, our Lord and Master. Jockey. On the hockey. The body faker Coddy. Hello, Raymond. Hello, Mr. Bernie. Look how you're looking at me. I'll look at you like you're looking at me. It's the Wit and Witches in Portugal and Glasgow. Feeling confident. If you've not been here for a couple of weeks, I've got a couple of new games that you might enjoy. Hello, Janet. Hello, Miss Snow. First time on Wednesday, back again. Yeah, magic. Thanks, Chris. There's my mum. Look. Hi, Mum. Woohoo. I get to say hi to my mum on TV like that. Because Mum can watch this through she's worked out how to get YouTube on the telly. I don't know if she's got it on the telly right now, but she's worked out how to do it. More tech than me sometimes, you know. Hello, Mr. Spage. Morning. Hello, Ollie, down in Huddersfield. Good evening, sausage rolls. Hello, Keith, chameleons. All right. Hello, Kirsten. Thanks for the share, Mum. What is Big Teams Quiz? I do have time to explain it. Big Teams Quiz I was doing nearer the start of the original lockdown. Great format, right? There was only 3 teams at a time, and I would give teams identities like Marty Pello versus Susan Boyle versus Mr. T, for example. So you had to choose which team to be in, and then people answered live, and then whoever answered first got points for the team. So it was like, who's going to win, you know? And the winner stayed on. If Team Marty Pello won it, it would be Marty Pello the next time. Dead good, loads of fun. Trouble is, I explained this the other night, but basically, so I'll keep it short, but basically, the problem was that people couldn't respond quickly enough compared to some other people, right? No matter how fast they answered, they would always not be first. So they felt cut out of it. So it was a good idea, but I think I've got a different way of doing it. I need to find some time to devote to like working it out properly, but I believe I've got a way of doing it so that everyone's involved, you know, so you can vote. It'll be like doing it on an app. You watch it on a screen, but then do the actual answering on an app, and everybody in the big team will contribute. You know what I mean? So we can do things like Glasgow versus Edinburgh versus the rest of the world, or men versus women versus other, you know, stuff like that. Hello, Bill. All right, that's the game. Get me on the big TV. It can get scary, especially when I do that. Whoa. I wouldn't do it too often, promise you. Fabians are here. Hello, Joe. Fireworks bad for pets. This is what's the word? I can't remember the word for this sort of thing. What's the word for this sort of thing? It's a bit naughty, but you know, all right, bang, bang, bang. Your dog barks and that, but the rest of the year we have to avoid the dog poo on the pavement. So you know, swings and roundabouts. Yeah. Aye, yeah. It's more. It was more about being live. It was an early attempt to do live stuff. It's not as good as the phone and stuff. Right, I better start talking about the quiz because it's 3 minutes past, and I'm hoping to hit the first question at 5 past. If you're here, you've never been here before, it's a pub quiz. It's really simple, right? I'm going to ask a load of questions. You're going to write down some answers. Let me know if the background music's too loud or too quiet or whatever. If I'm too loud or too quiet, because at the moment I'm not listening to the sound feed. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if they found that cat, Louisa. That was Dave. Used to work up the road at the Argyle. Or did he drink at the Argyle? I can't even remember if he drank there or worked there. But oh no, he worked at the newsroom. Hello, Big Mac. Yeah, missed you too. Welcome back. Roddy's here as well. Jock's here. Right, I better stop saying hello. Start telling you about the quiz. So please share the quiz, right, if you haven't already. Now, how to play? You answer the questions that I ask you. Mark yourself after each round, and don't shout out answers in the chat. That is the main thing, really, because people are just trying to answer the questions. So unless I actually ask you for an answer in the chat, just keep it to yourself. At the end of each round, you tell me you're ready, so I know when to move on. But you do your own marking. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, I'll just give myself 10 out of 10, but there's no prizes for top score, so that's not a relevance. You know, you just play honestly and see how it goes. And I'll make a league table out of all the scores. This is the league table from Wednesday. Karen at the top of the table, again, 76 points. I am Smarticus. I don't think she's got a question wrong now for about 7 weeks, so it's going well for her. Karen, Marion and Lorna, 69, Shop Workers, 69, Let's Get Quizzical, 68, Social Outcast, 64. They're the Dictator for Life section, okay? President section, Abbey Hill Billies, Lumpy Gravy, COVID Glory, Chameleons, and Le Tremblant, and that's the middle section. This is what they could achieve in life if they went into politics. And down at the bottom, your local councillors, Part A, Porn Dwarf Spez, Joy Division, Oven Gloves, and Stephanie the Canadian. Well, all right. That was Wednesday. So I'm going to get your scores at the end, and I'll make a similar league table tonight. The pub quiz is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can hire me for a Zoom quiz. Get in touch if you want to do that. It's good for Christmas. I'm starting to get bookings. So if you do fancy that at all, get in touch as soon as you can. Book your slot for any amount of people, really. It's just £95 for the last about an hour, somewhere between an hour and 15 during the day. Do it on your system. Doesn't have to be Zoom. It can be on different systems. But get in touch if you fancy that for your workplace. And here we are. It's 7:05. We're time to do the quiz. Now, you'll have noticed, regulars, that there's no Broughton sponsor. I don't have a sponsor tonight. Broughton have been doing quite a few months giving away beer. So there is no beer prize tonight, but there are other prizes. I've got a pile of prizes just over there that you can't see. And so the same rules apply. You try and get yourself on the wheel of names, and we'll spin the wheel of names at the end for prizes, okay? You will have various chances to get on the wheel. That's it, Canadian person. But, you know, the only way is up. We are sacrificing Little Mix. You could just stop the sentence there. That'd be pretty good. Oh, by doing the quiz. They were supposed to be on TV when Boris blah, blah, blah. Nah, no interest in Boris Johnson or politics or anything like that. But sacrificing Little Mix, we could all go for that, right? First round is the same letter round, which is simply that all of the answers in this first round begin with the same letter of the alphabet. So it's a big clue. Once you work out the letter, that is now might be a little bit difficult tonight. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Here come the questions. So don't shout out the answers. That's the main thing. Just write them down. You mark them after each round. So question number 1. With which American sport do you associate these names? Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Magic Johnson. Hello, Steph. Hello, One Stop Trivia, which is Sean down in Cambodia. Nice one. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, Cambodia. Of course it is. So we cover all the bases here, from Dublin to Cambodia to Fife. Number 2. In which city was the Titanic built? The famous ship that didn't get even across the ocean once. But they're proud of it. They're still proud of it where they built it. So where did they build the Titanic? What's the name of the city? Number 3, remember, same letter round. So all of these answers start with the same letter. Which American-Hungarian actor played a definitive version of Dracula in a 1931 film and was buried wearing Dracula's cape when he died in 1956? So he stipulated this. He was so associated with the part of Dracula that when he died in 1956, they buried him with all the vampire gear. That's question number 3. What's the name of that actor? That's quite a difficult one if you don't know it. Difficult to guess, difficult to work out. Number 4, in boxing, which weight class is heavier than a flyweight but lighter than a featherweight? So it's defined as a maximum of 8 stones and 6 ounces. It's just above a flyweight but just below a featherweight. And it takes its name from a small chicken. You know what I mean? Poultry. That's what I'm talking about. So which boxing weight category is that? And then the last one, same letter round. Remember, all these 5 answers begin with the same letter. Which US city in the state of Maryland is the setting for the TV show The Wire? Okay, The Wire is a very popular show when it was on. Still is on, I'm not quite sure. It's a few years old. But which city in the USA was the setting for The Wire? It's in the state of Maryland. Right, okay. Tell me if you're ready. Don't tell me your answers, but tell me if you're ready. Just say ready. And then I'll give you the answers. In the meantime, for anyone who's just come in, I shall quickly recap the questions for the first round. So number 1, with which American sport do you associate these names? Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Magic Johnson. Where was the Titanic built? Which city? Number 3, who's the guy? American-Hungarian actor. He was the basic Dracula. He was the sort of template for Dracula. And when he died in 1956, they buried him in the gear by his request. What is heavier than flyweight, lighter than featherweight? What's that category or class or weight of boxers? And which US city is the setting for The Wire? It is in Maryland. Right, thank you for telling me that you're ready, folks. Karen, Rebecca, hello, Rebecca. Teddy Biscuits, Julie, Mum, Katie, Big Mac. Oh, the good names are here. You know what? Bit Clay Davis there, one stop. Has some kind of weird code message in it. I think Keith's trying to start a revolution in Portugal or something like that. Or that kind of chat. No idea what he's saying there. That's amazing. Bit Clay Davis there, one stop. Bit BCDT. Oh, nah, no idea what he's talking about. Spooky. Right, okay. Everyone's ready. Let's get on with the answers. Now, first of all, did you get a letter? I hope you did, because there was a couple of tricky ones. Letter B for Birmingham International Airport. Right, okay, wire reference. Right, I don't really watch TV shows. I write quiz questions about them, but I don't write them, so I never get TV references. Okay, number one. Here we go. So letter B. Hopefully you got that. 2 points for each of these now. So Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Magic Johnson. That's basketball. That's my mime for basketball. Hope you enjoyed that. 2 points for basketball. There's LeBron James. Number two, in which city was the Titanic built? It was built in Belfast in Northern Ireland. They have a museum there. They're so proud of it. They built a big mad museum. Come and see the Titanic. We built it. Yay. Unsinkable, kinda. What's the name of the guy who played Dracula? Definitively. He was called Bela Lugosi. Bonus question. First chance to get on the wheel. Which band had a song called Bela Lugosi's Dead? It was a hit. Kind of goth record. What was the name of the band? First one to shout this out in the chat will get their name. Be the first to get their name on the wheel tonight. 1982. Just looking it up there. So who had the song? There it is. I knew somebody would know this. Loads of you know it. It's a question of who was first. Let's see. It was JPS. Yay! Peaky Fifers. I'll put you on the wheel as Peaky Fifers. It's a little bit more characteristic than GPS. Peaky Fifers. There we go. You're first on the wheel tonight. You don't know what I'm talking about. There's a wheel of names, and we're going to spin the wheel later on to find out who wins the prizes. So Peaky Fifers are first on there. Others, lots of other people said Bauhaus. That's the right answer, but Peaky Fifers were first. You might think you were first because it comes up first in your thing, but it's where it comes up on my thing. I'm the judge, right? So they were first up. The Damned. It's very late. Good guess. It's not right. That's perfectly okay, Joe. I can live without that. I know Chef knows his music, but you're all right. Oh, there he is. I wasn't quite sure. I was searching for this in a hurry, but I think that is the picture of him dead in the coffin, 1956. I don't think that's from a film. So that's him dressed up as the vampire. Number four. Heavier than a fly, lighter than a feather. It's bantamweight. All right, did you get that one? Bantamweight. And number five, The Wire is set in Baltimore, Maryland. So 10 points for those answers if you got them all, but there are bonus points. You add 2 if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, go over there and then down and hit subscribe, right? You get 2 extra points if you are a subscriber. It's one for the regulars, you know. If somebody on your team has shared the quiz tonight, if you press that share button and shared it out using the awesome power of social media, then you get +1. And you do get +1 if it's your birthday, all right? But it has to be your birthday today, not yesterday or tomorrow or nearly your birthday or anything like that. It's got to be today, 6th of Nov, all right? So tell me your points. What'd you get? So there's all the answers together. Yay! Mum's laying it down. 13 points. 12 for one stop trivia. Disregard, says Louisa. I didn't see the thing to disregard. I got the message to disregard before I saw the thing that I got to disregard, so I don't know what I got to disregard. Fireworks are bad for pets, 13. They're going to be hammering that message home all night. Fat Boy got 6, got 11. 13 for Tom Nook's Capitalist Pig. We argued about Baltimore and Boston. But you got it right in the end. Yeah, Boston's in Massachusetts. Up the road a bit. 13 for Bill. Spaghetti Haggis. Hello, Maz. Not quite full points, but nearly. What else we got? Clint Eastwood. Great thing to do, folk, is just tell us what you got wrong. If you got anything wrong, let us know in the chat, because it's always interesting to me and to everybody else. Oh, I see, you were going to tell me about a typo, right? And then you said disregard. Yeah, I see. I did actually proofread it properly today, so I'm not expecting too many errors. 15? Who got 15? Who the hell got 15? Oh, hang on. Right, here we are. Marion's got 15. Lorna got us 2 extra points for a post on Dr. Paul's quiz page. Nah, they don't carry over to the quiz. Nah. That's just me giving out points. That's day points. If you save enough of those, you get a crystal decanter. But they're not relevant to this quiz. Hockey. Boris Karloff, right? Yeah. All right, yeah. I never thought of that as an alternative answer, but yeah, right enough. Very good. Ah, there you go. Boris Karloff was Frankenstein. Is Boris Karloff English? See, you learn stuff at this quiz. It's great. Right, let's move on. To the picture round. We are on the picture round. The visual feast for those with brains that work with images. Here we go. Young ones. Now, who's this? This is question number 1. So we're back to writing things down here. Right, straight away there's a typo. As soon as I said I don't expect typos tonight, there's a typo right there. Clue, they went on to be a hugely successful rock singer. He went on to be a singer for a hugely successful rock band. They've sold more than 150 albums in their time, which is quite a lot. So who's that guy? Right, American. No one gets any points for that typo because I spotted it before any of you did. Sorry, Louisa. I mean, that was inevitable, wasn't it? I started going on about how there's no errors and then bang, straight away. Anyway, who's he? That's the short question. As a young man, as a high school photograph, became a rock star. Number 2, name the movie. What is the name of the this 2007 UK comedy film? Okay, name the film. It came out in 2007. Yeah, 15 points is heavy voter fraud. Absolutely. Stop the scores. Stop the scores. Great, huge fraud has been perpetrated. Number 3, a famous poster, famous propaganda poster. Which country produced this famous poster during World War II? UK, USA, or Australia? It actually wasn't famous at the time, particularly. It became famous later on, but it was in which country does it come from, this poster? UK, United States, or Australia? It's a Second World War era poster encouraging women to be productive in the factory while the men are away bombing things and fighting and whatever. Number 4, Holy City. What is the name of this famous religious city? It's not in Scotland, despite the mountains. But what's the name of this famous religious city? It's a city famous for religious reasons. Put it that way. And the last one in the picture round, Art. What year did Marc Chagall complete this painting? If you get within 20 years, you get the points. If you're 20 years out, you get the points. If you're 21 years out, no points. Okay. Now, I don't know what picture you're referring to. Is it that one? Cheers, Janet. Right, that's the 5 pictures. Let me just replay them for you very quickly. Tell me if you're ready. So who's the person there in picture number 1? That is a high school photograph. He went on to become the singer of a band, a hugely successful American band. They've sold 150 million records. Number 2, name the film. 2007 UK comedy film. Number 3, which country does the poster come from? Britain, America, Australia. What's the name of the city? Famous for religious reasons. Not in Scotland. Looks a wee bit like Arbroath, but it's not Arbroath. And put a year on that painting by Marc Chagall. Plus or minus 20 years either way for the points. Okay. Oh, here we go. What's this? Question 5 should be in what year or which year? Nah. Nah, you're not having that one. Now, what year did Marc Chagall complete this painting? Nothing wrong with that. Ready for it? Crazy little thing called love. I just sing. I called love. I ain't ready. There goes my baby. She knows how to rock and roll. Drive me crazy. Hot cold fever leaves me in a cold, cold sweat. It's probably the best song ever written, isn't it? Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. Right, you're all ready. Let's do it. Picture round answers. Here we go. 2 points for each of these. Right, number 1, it's your fella out of Aerosmith, Steven Tyler. Yeah, that's Steven Tyler. If you got the band, but you couldn't remember his name, give yourself 1 point for that. I'm just here to entertain the youth. Number 2, name the film. Run, Fat Boy, Run. Too close to home, to be honest. Too close to home to properly enjoy that movie. Number 3, which country produced this famous poster in World War II? UK, USA, or Australia? It was claimed later on by feminist movement and given the name Rosie the Riveter, which I don't think was attached to at the time. So it was in the United States. It was a factory. It was only for one factory that it was produced. It was just part of a series of posters, motivational posters to get the women to keep working hard, keep the war effort going. And then it was rolled up and forgotten about for decades and then reclaimed later. It's a superb image. But USA, America is where it came from. The holy city is Mecca. It's obviously the site of the birthplace of Muhammad. I think that's right. Oh man, I've said that now. I've probably got that wrong. So yeah, watch myself. Also the place where they invented bingo. And Marc Chagall, plus or minus 20 years. Did you get this? 1913. So if you said something between 1893 and 1933, then you got the points. Rosie the Riveter thought I was the real question. I could have asked that actually. In fact, I think I had planned to ask that, but I've gone and I see you're anticipating me now with the questions. All right, I'll give you another question. This is one to get on the wheel. Okay, what you see that painting there by Marc Chagall? Which modern day country includes the birthplace of Marc Chagall. I think I've got the answer to this in my head. This is the trouble with these off the hoof questions. I've got to try and remember them, but I've usually got a couple of seconds to look them up before your answers start pouring in. So Marc Chagall, top early modern painter. Where was he born? What is the modern day country that includes his birthplace? That's the way to ask that. So let's see. Yes, someone has got it right. Let's have a look. It's Noodle Doodles, Belarus. Yeah. He was born in Vitebsk. No, Lyoznia, near Vitebsk, which was in the Russian Empire, but is in modern day Belarus. He's described on Wikipedia as a Russian French artist of Belarusian Jewish origin. So Belarus is correct. And that means that the Noodle Doodles are on the wheel. Excellent. Good answer. And you were first. 6 out of 10. See, you're getting into the gist of this now, Miss Snow. You're getting to work out how it works. Scores starting to improve, starting to become quizzy. Yeah, all right. France, Netherlands, Belgium, lots of different guesses there. Nice, but it's good knowledge. It was good knowledge. Yeah, they had to know that one. No one had time to look that up. So it was very good. We said Axl Rose. Yeah, he doesn't look unlike Axl Rose. Yeah, it was the Russian Empire back then, but with questions like that tends to be the format I ask them in. Which modern day country includes the birthplace of? So, like Liszt, for example, he was born in the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and it was a Hungarian family, but it's in modern day Austria. You know what I mean? Anyway, some good scores there. 10s, 4s, 10s. Bananarama, Gangbang, Diorama. Doll. Spaghetti Haggis. 8 out of 10. Ooh, too early for Chagall. 1890. Nah, it's kind of getting into the more sort of, not exactly cubism, but edging that way. So 1913. Right, let's get on with the quiz. Sound round. It's voices tonight. And that's the other side of it. Kristen went too late. 1940. Right, okay. I've got my headphones on. We got a sound round. I'm going to play you some voices. You got to say who they are. The possible answers are all over there on that list. And what I need to do is go over here and just put this fader up. And all right, I didn't have any background music anyway. Never mind. Right, audio round. Right, here we go. So there are 5 voices I'm going to play you. And you got to say who these people are. So number 1 is talking about, well, I'll tell you. Let's just have a wee look. Because I don't have my actual quiz open. Doing all this off of memory. Well, I'll just play the voice. Who's this?
I saw he found my whole jewelry box and like held it up like, aha, you know, like we got it. But I kept on looking at the concierge because I didn't know who he was. And I'm like, what is happening? Are we going to die? Just tell them I have children. Like I have babies. I have a husband. I have a family. Like I have to get home.
God. Wow. Quite dramatic. So that first one, I've got this open now, was someone talking about an incident in Paris. Okay. Someone talked about an incident in Paris. Now, number 2 is someone talking about stupid people. Who is this talking about stupid people?
God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that.
That's a good point. Well made. Don't play number one again. It hurt. It will hurt again. Number 3 is talking about the time that she went to Dale Winton's funeral.
Everybody who went to the celebration, really, of his life as opposed to a funeral, they were glad to have a chance to say their own private goodbye. And they really gave him a great send-off. I mean, Dale, above everybody else, would have absolutely adored it because it was a humanist service. And all sorts of people, like David Walliams, read a song. Sometimes when you hear a song actually read like a poem, it just means so much.
Yeah, sometimes when you hear a song that's read like a poem, it just means so much. Right, who is number 4? This was a person who was doing a guest presenter appearance on Have I Got News for You a few years ago now.
Now, newspapers have been doing their bit to calm motorists with headlines like, "Petrol! We're running out! Strike! Stop! Fuel shortage here! Will fuel stocks run dry?" Now,
Oh, fuel stocks run dry. Who's the shouter? Who could it be? And the last one is somebody talking in the 1970s. Who is this?
And that was a message from me to America or to anywhere, that I used my songwriting ability to write a song that we could all sing together. And I'm proud that they sang it at the Moratorium. I wouldn't have cared if they'd sang We Shall Overcome. But it just so happens they sang that, and I'm proud of it. And I'll be glad to go there and sing with them. And
yeah, there you go. Now you're told, right? Okay, I am going to play these one more time. And just tell me if you're ready. Don't shout out any answers, but do tell me if you are ready. So the first one is about an incident that took place in Paris.
I saw he found my whole jewelry box and like held it up like, aha, like we got it. But I kept on looking at the concierge because I didn't know who he was. And I'm like, what is happening? Are we going to die? Just tell them I have children. Like I have babies. I have a husband. I have a family. Like I have to get home. I saw.
Yeah. Number 2 is about stupid people. Who's this?
God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that.
That's just basic maths, right? Who went to Dale Winton's funeral?
Everybody who went to the celebration, really, of his life as opposed to a funeral, they were glad to have a chance to say their own private goodbye. And they really gave him a great send-off. I mean, Dale, above everybody else, would have absolutely adored it because it was a humanist service. And all sorts of people, like David Walliams, read a song. Sometimes when you hear a song actually read like a poem, it just means so much.
See if I die and David Walliams turns up to my funeral and you're there, you just ask him to leave. Thanks very much. Just get that out of the way. Right, who was this guest presenter on Have I Got News for You?
Now, newspapers have been doing their bit to calm motorists with headlines like, "Petrol! We're running out! Strike! Stop! Fuel shortage here! Will fuel stocks run dry?" Now,
Dry. That's just glorious, isn't it? And the last one is a person talking about their songwriting ability.
And that was a message from me to America or to anywhere, that I used my songwriting ability to write a song that we could all sing together. And I'm proud that they sang it at the Moratorium. I wouldn't have cared if they'd sang We Shall Overcome. But it just so happens they sang that, and I'm proud of it. And I'll be glad to go there and sing with them. And
yeah, it can't be silly because she's not on the list. I know it sounds a bit like her, for sure. Right. Some people get preemptive. There's Nick giving it a 10 out of 10 before I reveal the answers. But to be fair, I don't think they're that difficult tonight. So let's get on with it. I'll show you the answers and you tell me what you got. Okay. First one is talking about the time she was robbed in a hotel in Paris. Was Kim Kardashian. Take these off now. Need these. Right, bonus question to get you on the wheel. What year was that robbery? Just looking it up. I think I know when it is. I better just check. It was October the 2nd, and it was 2016. So I see Janet's got it. I'm just checking to see if anyone got it before you. Yes, they did. Better go back up to the top of these answers and see who got it first. It was Maz. Yay! Well, I'm glad Maz is back on the wheel, because last Friday, Maz was on the wheel a couple of times, but just did not, or she on the wheel once, but everybody who won, everyone who won on the wheel last week was right next to Maz, and Maz never got a win. So I'm delighted that Maz is back on the wheel, maybe this week. 2016, October the 2nd. There we go. Right. The second voice was talking about stupid people. George Carlin. Making you think about people who are less than averagely intelligent, and it is fairly terrifying, isn't it? Number 3, Gloria Hunniford. Not a funeral, celebration of his life. Of course it was. Brian Blessed roaring down the camera. Number 4. And number 5 was John Lennon in a particularly grumpy mood. It's from a YouTube video, which is a series of clips of him being very, 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 very grumpy and upset. Aye, wouldn't have a clue. That's the thing. 13, 14, I was well, you never know. It might have been that time of day. But it was 2016 year-wise. Right, we got some 10s. Oh, I thought you'd get them all right, Andrew. It's 6 out of 10. Carlin and Lennon got us, really. So I'm presuming you went for Bill Bailey. No, you wouldn't have gone for Bill Bailey. You would have gone for Chris Rock, and you would have gone for Paul McCartney, I think. Full points all the way to Biscuits. Teddy Biscuits is a Reeves and Mortimer thing. And I was watching some of their stuff on YouTube this week. It's just so good. Shakamoto. Yeah, that comment will go down in history, Kristen. You got Gloria Hanford around, but I don't know who she is. I'm American. It's true. There's not a single American alive who knows who Gloria Hunniford is, and that's an actual fact. I'm going to tweet that fact later on. Thought, well, then it was more spaced out. He was it was a terrible mood in that interview. He was very, very angry. Right, let's crack on with the quiz. How are we doing for time now? I need to speed up, don't I? Right, come on. Right, anagram. You got 1 minute to solve this anagram once I reveal it, and it's you're looking for the name of a famous person. Don't shout out the answer here. Pardon me. It's just you get 60 seconds to get it right, and if you do get it right, you'll get you'll get 3 points. All right. So who is this person? Here we go. 60 seconds starting now. Pay undue herb. And that's rude, Andrew. Hasn't heard of Gloria Hunniford. Ah, well, something good about being American. At last. America's a great country. Full of great people. I've been to America maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and 5 times. I had a great time every time. Great, tremendous people. Very open. This person that you're trying to get, I'll just give you some clues if you've not quite got it yet, is a dead person. When they were alive, they were very, very, very famous. British. Died in 1993. She was in her 60s when she died. The time is up. Here we go. It's for 3 points. Audrey Hepburn. It's Audrey Hepburn. Ah, do you know each other? Right. That's okay. You can do a bit of ribbing if you know each other, but let's not be rude to Americans, you know. Don't go now. We are burning it down. Okay. I'll wait till... can't travel at the moment anyway. So did you get it? 3 points, Audrey Hepburn. Tough one, you reckon? I was wondering this morning when I was putting it together. I was thinking, me. I think most people will get it. Still can't see it. Right, okay. Point it out. Audrey-Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn. There it is. She was born in Belgium, that's right. British national, though. Nah, she wasn't Belgian. She was born in Belgium. She was born in Brussels. All right. Question to get you on the wheel. What country is she buried in? Man, I should get a point for that, Simon. I thought it was Thomas Tank Engine. Not a person. She was British. I know she was born in Belgium. Everyone said, but she was British, right? Yes, that's correct. Switzerland. Maz is on the wheel again. All right. She's buried in a place called Vaud in Switzerland. But there we are. She was in the UK and her father evacuated her to Belgium. Is that right? 1929. She was born in 1929, so there's no war going on at that point. Her mother was a Dutch noblewoman, and she was the daughter of Baron Arnoux of Heemstra, who was the mayor of Arnhem. Okay, so they got like low country stuff going on, but the dad's a Brit, you know, by the looks of it, and from a very oh dear, here we go. Look, in the mid 1930s, Hepburn's parents recruited and collected donations for the British Union of Fascists. That's not much fun, is it? Dear oh dear. That's just taken straight off Wikipedia there. Yeah, don't have heroes, whatever you do. I mean, it's her mum and dad, it's no her. Doesn't mean that Audrey Hepburn's a Nazi, does it? But I guess it probably needs to be looked into a bit more. Anyway, well done, Maz. You're on the wheel again. Right, let's move on. What we got now? We've got pick 5. So I'm going to show you 9 potential answers, and you've got to pick the 5 that are correct. All right? Show. Here we go. Here's the next question. Which of these characters were created by Roald Dahl? So there are 9 characters on the board over there. They're all characters from books. But which 5 on the board are laughing at that? Audrey Hepburn failed the audition for Olive on the buses. Yeah, well, you know, she just didn't have to look. So which 5 of these are actual Roald Dahl characters? There's I'll read them out for you in case you can't see them too well. So it's Ant, Sponge, Boggis, Gordon Comstock, Henry Sugar, Miss Trunchbull, Snowball, the Roly-Poly Bird, Oo Po Chin, and Winston Smith. So, which 5 of those are characters played, not characters played, characters created by Roald Dahl? Your favourite kids author, you know what I mean? Or the best books by Roald Dahl. So don't shout these answers out, of course. I think most of you know that. You're all very well behaved, it has to be said. I don't know what I would do if it got busy and everyone was shouting out answers. I'd have to close down the comments, but that'd be no fun. So, but you tell me when you're ready. That's the thing. And I'm going to put a little bit of background music on. I hope it doesn't disturb you too much. Tell me if it's too loud. And the scumbags are ready already. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tate. Okay. How are you getting on? Ready but not confident, says David. It's not my cat, Denise. I was just sharing it on behalf of David, who lost his cat. So I don't know. David used to work in one of the pubs that I did the quiz in. So I just shared it. So I don't know. It's not my cat. I don't have cats or pets because I don't like clearing up poo, and I'm probably too fundamentally selfish to look after an animal. Looking after a child is enough. That's just my own view. It's just my own way of looking at things. Young Stella, my daughter, has been asking for a pet, and bit of a negotiation going on. But stick insects. I think that's where we're going to end up. You know what I mean? You got a lovely imagination, Raymond, but really life ain't that exciting down here in the northern suburbs of Edinburgh, the empty quarter, Trinity. No GIMP action. Right, okay. It's interesting that some of you saying you're ready but not confident. Right, time's marching on. Let's get on to the answers here. If you're not quite ready, get ready. Choose 5. Okay, ready? Here we go. Yeah, damn right, Chris. No, I'm not falling for it. Stick insect at the absolute most. That's the absolute limit of what I'd be prepared to accept. Definitely no dog. Definitely no cat. None of that stuff. Right. Here we go. Pick 5s. Here come the answers. So, characters created by Roald Dahl. Hopefully some obvious ones and some less obvious ones. The first one, Miss Trunchbull. I think that's maybe one of the better known ones. She's from... what's the name of that? Matilda. Teacher. Number 2 is Bogus. He's one of the farmers from Fantastic Mr. Fox. Bonus question, get you on the wheel. What's the name of the other 2 farmers? First one to get this right gets on the wheel. So, Bogus was one of those 3 farmers trying to get Mr. Fox, yeah? One of them is Bogus. What are the other 2 called? I'm sure some of you just know this straight off the top of your head, so it's just about who's going to be first. Got a 9-month-old now, no pets ever again, damn right. Jock's on the game there. Right off the mark. Bunsen Bean, Bogus Bunsen Bean. Yes, that's the farmers. So, Jock, you're on the wheel. Just quickly go over here and put you on. Nice one. Okay, Bogus Bunsen Bean. Number 3 is Aunt Sponge. She is one of the aunties from the start of James and the Giant Peach. And they are the sort of more obvious or the better known ones. I think the last 2 are slightly less well known. The Roly Poly Bird. And I've never read The Roly Poly Bird. It's not a book. The Roly Poly Bird is in The Enormous Crocodile and also in The Twits. So I don't know much about The Roly Poly Bird. But I did read the last one when I was a kid. Henry Sugar, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Great story. And that's the 5. Now, Katie preempted my extra question, which was, are the non-Dal answers all from Orwell, Paul? Yes, they are, Katie. Gordon Comstock is from Keep the Aspidistra Flying. U Po Chin is from Burmese Days. Winston Smith is from 1984. And Snowball's from Animal Farm. I got one other actual bonus question. Snowball is one of the pigs out of Animal Farm. This is to get your name on the wheel. Which character from the Russian Revolution is he supposed to represent, according to most interpretations of Animal Farm? What you getting? 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 guessed every single one of them. All right. That's the way to do it. Not Tchaikovsky. No. Not Stalin. Oh, there we are. Right answer. Oh, but you've been trumped. All right. You know what? You know who's first? It's Maz again. Right, that's Maz. You have 3 Maz Elizabeths on the board, on the wheel of names. You're the first to pick up Trotsky, and that's right. According to Wikipedia, is based on Trotsky, has some elements of Lenin's life as well, but most things that I've ever read about it mention Trotsky ahead of Lenin, so that's why I said most interpretations. Very good. Nah, I don't know if any of the pigs were supposed to represent John Lennon. Maybe the Raven, Moses the Raven. Right, great stuff. Both big favourites, Dal and Orwell. Superb. Right, okay. She certainly is. Tate, that's right. Tate saying Maz is doing a me from Monday. Tate got loads of names on the wheel on Monday. Nothing tonight, I don't think. Nope, nothing for you tonight so far. Right, what are we doing next? Mystery bag. Right, we're not doing mystery bag. We're going to do Where Am I? So you should first want to shout this out. We'll get on the board. I'm just going to give you the horrors for a second, and then I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to show you a little bit of Street View, and whoever guesses which city we're in first will get on the wheel. All right, so here we go. Right. Oh, man. It's giving it away, hasn't it? Right, let's try that again. For some reason, that's come up with all the things on it, because even though I've got the plugin which gets rid of the names, but I do have another one set up, so that was a good one as well. But where are we now? I'm going to do this again. So share screen, Chrome tab, and then that one, and there we go. Right. So where are we? It was Sligo, but I kind of read that off the thing. So forget about Sligo, and where are we now? All right, let's have a look. It's got quite a narrow street here. A grim grey day, but overcast. Not grim, but just overcast. Quite solid looking buildings there. Let's go down here a little bit. No, not Glasgow, not Bath, not Bristol, not Liverpool, not Edinburgh, not Dublin, not York, not Brighton. Let's go down this. Oh, for God's sakes. Did you see that as well? Go on. If you spotted that and you type it in first, then you'll get it right. I've got to not click over here. That's the thing. Aye, well done. What a nightmare. Right, Fat Boy goes. I've got one more set up. I was going to do these afterwards, but I've got one more set up and I'll do it just now. I'll try and not screw it up. I'm guessing that's like a modern spelling of Torquay. Yeah, Torquay is correct. So what happened? How does that happen? If I click over here, oh, it's that. Is it that? Aye, that's it. It just so happened. Yeah, it's Torquay. This is what Torquay looks like. Pretty good, huh? Look, they got a Dykeman. Got an antique shop. Thanks, Cafe Bar. There's a chap checking another guy out, giving him the eye. Right, Fat Boy got sick. You're on the wheel. I've done this a few times now, and it's been smooth every time, but not tonight. So, Fat Boy got sick. You're on the wheel. Right, I'll do one more right now, and I'll try not to screw it up, okay? So let's just get... No, it's not that one. Not that one. This one. Right, there's no labels. So if I do this carefully, it should work just fine. So stop that. Share this. Right, here we go. One more. Aye, well done, Fat Boy. Right, where are we? What's going on here? There's a sort of old building with lots of smashed windows. There's a big new building. I love it. Cambuslang. Berlin. No, neither of those. Moscow and Chernobyl are closer. Let's go up here a bit. What's going on up here? No, it's not St. Petersburg, not Vladivostok, not Baku, not Kiev. Not Trinent. Oh, what's that? Is that an upside down house? Okay, kind of nonsense that. Look, upside down house, and there's a little one next door to it. What kind of place has an upside down house? What's this? Houston, Kiev, Jerusalem, London, Prague, Trinent, no, Pripyat, no, Kiev, Tallinn, Belarus, Leningrad, Minsk. All just guessing. Russian places. Let's go back up here a bit because there's loads and loads of guesses in. Sheplabinsk, no. Minsk, no. Further south. Tirana, further east. Kiev, further east than Kiev. I think further south than Kaliningrad. I've got a basic knowledge of Russian geography, not very good knowledge. Definitely further west than Omsk. Don't know where it is in relation to Chelyabinsk, but it's not Chelyabinsk. Novichok, no. Kaliningrad, Omsk, no. Dnipropetrovsk, no. This is a good one. There we go. Got a winner. It's Volgograd. Nice one, Louisa. It's Volgograd. Volgograd. Burger chicken. Volgograd. I'm going to practice a little bit more with these side panels because I keep making them pop up when I don't really want to. So I'll work out what that is. Anyway, Louisa, that gets you on the wheel. Very, very good. So that was a slightly deflating game of Where Am I? Well done, everybody. Well done, Louisa, for getting that one. All right, let's get back to the quiz. It's Volgograd, formerly known as Stalingrad, of course. You all know that one, because you're all good at that sort of thing. All right, let's get back on the quiz. We've got 2 rounds to go, and it's 1:08, so I've royally run over tonight. No mystery bag. I'm not going to do a mystery bag every time now. It's just I'm going to use a variety of different games, so I need to change that slide. Nope, not Kiev. It was Graham, actually. Well done, Graham. Okay, 50-50. Just choose the right answer for each of these. Here we go. Speaking of Russia, a Russian blue is a breed of which animal? Is it a cat or a dog? What is a Russian blue? Is it a cat or a dog? I'm going to try and rattle through the next 2 rounds. Let's get finished in 5 minutes, because I know some of you like to get away at 8 o'clock, and I'm sorry I've run over, but it won't take too long. And up to, who was the first previously divorced man to become American president? Bill Clinton or Ronald Reagan? One of them was the first to become president of the USA, having been previously divorced. So who was it? Was it Clinton or Reagan? That is question number 2. Question number 3, Academy Awards. Has the comedy actor Steve Martin ever won an Oscar for best actor in a leading role or best supporting actor? Yes or no? Has Steve Martin ever won an Oscar? Basically, yes or no? A proper Oscar? Yes or no? Number 4, which Beatles again? Which Beatle is crossing the road in bare feet on the cover of the 1969 album Abbey Road? A famous album cover. They're crossing the road, the zebra crossing at Abbey Road. You know the one. But which one's got the bare feet? Is it John Lennon or Paul McCartney? Number 5 in 50-50 round, last question. Giacomo Agostini was a 15-time world champion during the 1960s and 1970s, but what was the sport? Was it downhill skiing or motorcycle racing? Sorry about that, Sean. When I'm world dictator, I'll change the clocks and you'll be fine. But until then, I don't have any control over it. Right, tell me if you're ready. And I will quickly do them one more time for you. So, Russian blue, cat or dog? That's number 1. Number 2, who was the first person to become president of the United States of America, the world's greatest superpower, having previously been divorced? Was it Bill Clinton or Ronald Reagan? Steve Martin, has he ever won an Oscar? Yes or no? Number 4, which Beatle is in bare feet in the Abbey Road album cover? John Lennon or Paul McCartney? And the last one for this, Giacomo Agostini, world champion in the 60s and 70s. Was that downhill skiing or motorcycle racing? Imagine being world champion of anything once, let alone 15 times. It's pretty fantastic. Must have felt really good about himself, you know? Must have had a lot of, self-esteem. Right, everyone's ready. Let's do it. Let's crack straight on. You're in a quick mood, I think. Right, Russian blue is what? Make sure you've got an answer, because I'm about to hit you with the answers. Here we go. It's a cat. There it is. That's a Russian blue. It's the last thing you see before you die when a Russian blue attacks you. Number 2, first previously divorced man to become US president was Ronald Reagan. Nancy was his second wife. Steve Martin ever won an Oscar for leading actor or best supporting actor? The answer is no. He's been in loads of films, very popular. He got an honorary Oscar, a separate thing, the Governor's Awards, I think they're called, but no actual Oscar for Steve Martin. Number 4, who's in the bare feet? Well, it's your old pal, Paul McCartney. Here they come. There's John Lennon with the white shoes. There's Ringo with the black shoes. There's Paul with a fag and knee shoes. What a beatnik. What a hippie. What letdown. What disgrace. And there's George. Spooned into you, man. In which sport was Giacomo Agostini world champion? He was a world champion motorcycle racer. There he is. That's him going quite slow. Usually he went faster than that. So, what'd you get? That was a nice wee round. Quite a lot of variety there. Animals, presidents, Oscars, feet, and sport. Good scores. 8 for Andrew. For Tom Nook as a capitalist pig team. 6 for Kristen. 8 for the sausage rolls and a couple of 10s here. Lumpy gravy. The Scanlon. Pedestrian Crossing. Steve Martin let us down. Well, right enough. You got the Beatles one right. Of course, being called Pedestrian Crossing. Aye. The state of him back then. Fags, knee shoes. What a mess. He got knighthood. I don't go out without shoes. I don't get a knighthood. Well, I would probably hold that against Steph forever, Nick. It's probably the thing to do about that. Right. Double or bust. You ready? Here we go. All the points you got so far are safe. It's safe, right? But in this round, you can sort of gamble. If you go for questions and you get them right, you get 4 points. So that's double. This is the last round of the main part of the quiz. 4 points for a correct answer. So that's double. Wow, you can get 20 points. But you run the risk of going bust in this round. So if you put one answer down that is wrong, then you get 0 points for the round. Super hardcore. All right. Whoa. Disaster. Titanic style. To avoid getting bust, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer every question. So you decide which ones you're going to go for. All right? Okie dokie. Here we go. Double or bust. So it's just 5 straight trivia questions. Quite difficult. Meaty philosopher. Number 1. What kind of meat is also the surname of an English philosopher who was Lord High Chancellor of England in the 17th century? And is known as the father of empiricism. So who's that? What's his surname anyway? The surname of this person is a type of meat. He was Lord High Chancellor, great job. Father of empiricism, great job. And he was a philosopher in the 17th century. What a guy. What was his surname that's like meat? Or is a type of meat? Number 2. This is a difficult geography one. I know we have a few geography heads here. You'll get it. Others will struggle. But which shipping forecast area has the same name as an island at the entrance to the Bristol Channel? So just off the coast of Devon and Somerset, kind of halfway across to Wales, there's an island, a little island, popular with bird watchers, and it gives its name to that whole shipping forecast area. One word answer. Something island. What's it called? That's question number 2. Remember, if you go for this and get it wrong, you get bust. So careful which ones you go for. Number 2, that was number 3. Science. Shapes. What name is given to the shape of structure formed by double-stranded molecules of nucleic acids, such as DNA? The shape that they form is known as a double something. What's the something? So basically the shape of DNA, you kind of know what DNA looks like. You see cartoons of DNA. Like a curly whirly, but more scientific. Yeah. It's known as a double something. What is that shape known as? Okay. Number 4. Which famous fictional detective was introduced by Agatha Christie's 1920 novel, The Mysterious Affair at Styles? Okay, The Mysterious Affair at Styles was the first novel to feature which famous fictional detective? It's an Agatha Christie. I nearly said Agatha Christie because so many people call themselves Agatha Christie at the quiz. See, if you do call yourself that at the quiz, it's like, it's not as bad as Norfolk and Chance. And it's not as bad as Quizlamic State, but it's kind of getting there. You know, Agatha Christie. It's been done quite a lot. Number 5, which US city of 500,000 people has 300 days of sunshine per year, making it one of the sunniest cities in the country, but it has the highest suicide rate in the country? See the name, Shiny Unhappy People. I was quite happy with that. It's quite good. Anyway, which city is this? It's really sunny, but really suicidey. And the thing about this question is, it kind of makes sense. Once you know the answer, you go, right, of course. It makes sense. So, go for it or don't go for it. But once you've decided which ones you're going for, let me know. I'll tell you right now, that's the wrong answer, but don't shout out answers anyway, Kristen. We're just answering the questions. Noodle Doodles are going balls out. That means they're answering all 5. Nice one. I'm going to play these questions one more time, and then I'll give you the answers. So number 1, what kind of meat is the same as a 17th century English philosopher, the father of empiricism? Number 2, shipping forecast area named after an island in the Bristol Channel. The shape of DNA is called a double something. What's the something? Which is the famous fictional detective introduced by Agatha Christie in 1920 in the book The Mysterious Affair at Styles. And the last one, American City. Name the city. There's 500,000 people live there, so it's a good size of city. Fair size. And it's very, very sunny. 300 days of sunshine per year, but it's got a very high suicide rate. It is a tough night. Yeah, you're right. Was out with 3 guesses out of 5 are guesses. 3 answers out of 5 are guesses. That is death or glory. Miss Snow's trying to hedge some points for half an answer. No, it's all or nothing. You've got to get the city, all right, for this one. And like I say, once you know the answer, you'll go, of course. It makes sense. You know what I mean? Right, now, just before showing the answers, I'll remind you that I do this quiz in order to try and make a living, as ridiculous as that sounds. And at the moment, I'm relying on tips from you. So, thank you for doing the quiz. Thank you for coming here. And if you thought it was worth £1 or £2, then I'm delighted to get that tip from you. Here's the link to my PayPal donation. It's also in the... If you want to donate and then you miss it, it's in the description down there as well. Thank you to those who do donate, and I appreciate it. I'm doing my best to try and grow this so that I can, try and make a living out of this. But do book me for a Zoom quiz, because that might be all right. Bad round, loads of arguments. Let's see what happened. After this, I'm going to get your scores. I'm going to get to upload your scores, all right? So we've seen the questions twice. Let's get the answers. Double or bust answers. Here we go. It sounds like some people are going to get bust, I reckon. See what happens. Right, double or bust answers. Here we go. 4 points for a correct answer. Bust if you get anything wrong. No problem. If you've got blanks, that's how you avoid getting bust here. So here we go. Right, number 1. What kind of meat is the English philosopher? He was your old pal Francis Bacon. All right. There he is. Hello, I'm Francis Bacon. There's the pub. Where's my hat? Have you seen my hat? It's on your head. All right. One of those philosophers that doesn't know whether he's coming or going. You had Sir Bobby Rumpsteak. Ah, you bust, Raymond. Okay, number 2. The island at the entrance to the Bristol Channel, also a shipping forecast area, is Lundy. Lundy Island. The marker shows you where it is. The marker pretty much covers it up. Little island called Lundy. Bird watchers go there. People are busted already. DNA is a double helix. That's what it is. There it is. There's a double helix. Just a nice word to say. Double helix. Number 4, Agatha Christie's detective, The Mysterious Affair at Styles. She created a few different detectives. Was maybe easy to get the wrong one here. Easy one to get bust on. Hercule Poirot is the answer. Hello, I'm Hercule Poirot. I'm a very intelligent Belgian. And number 5, right, 500,000 people, loads of sunshine, high suicide rate. It's Las Vegas. You see how it makes sense, because people go there for one last roll of the dice. Things have gone badly, and people are like, right, I'm taking the life savings to Vegas. I'm going to put it all in red. And they do. It comes up black, roughly 50% of the time. And some of those, and then a section of those people kill themselves. Miss Marple isn't technically a detective, so it has to be Poirot. How the hell is Miss Marple not a detective? I don't get that one, Mr. Scanlon. You need to explain that. Right. Scores 20. Yes! Come on, Noodle Doodles. That's got to be good. And it's the middle of the desert. Yeah, it's potentially upsetting to the psyche. Bust. And we only went for 2. That's both titty biscuits there. Which one did you get busted on? Let us know what you got bust on, people. Went Dogger. That's just your filthy mind, Andrew. And San Francisco, because the Golden Gate Bridge. Aye. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's strategic. Didn't have a clue about Lundy. Glad I left it. Sometimes it's just better to leave it. Sometimes you just don't know them. That's why this is a good round, because there's different ways to play it. You can go for it, or you can go strategio. Personal best for the Wit and Witches. Yes. Come on. What's that? We thought it was Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's just the name of a comedy television program. I think the weather's actually not that great in Philadelphia. I think that's a joke. I don't know. Changed our mind from Vajas to Reno. Ah, well. Bananarama Gang Band Diorama Albuquerque. That's in New Mexico anyway, isn't it? Oh, I didn't say what state it was in. No, not Albuquerque. Right, I'm going to give you the link, ladies and gentlemen, to upload your scores, and then we're going to have a few more games to get names on the wheel, then we're going to spin the wheel. I don't have a beer prize tonight. I've sent a few things out looking for sponsors for Friday. No one got back to me this week, so we'll see. Hopefully get something set up for next week. But for tonight, it's just my own prizes, which of course are tremendous. But it's good if you can win some beer, so don't worry, I'm working on it. If you know anybody who would like to sponsor the quiz with a good prize, particularly somebody who wants to do it regularly, let me know. Let them know. Tell them about the quiz. Say, look, you get in front of roughly 100 people. They get to hear about your product all the time. So hang on, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get the score upload link. Here we are. Right, here we go. Here's David Scanlon's Miss Marple argument. Miss Marple acts as an amateur consulting detective, but is not a detective herself. Doesn't make sense. You've said that she's a detective, but she's not a detective. If you'd said triangular stamps, I would have known Lundy. I didn't know they had triangular stamps. More knowledge! Chris is running off. Don't run off quite yet, Chris. We've still got Hangman. Aye, right. Now you're getting down to it. She's not employed as a detective. Well, that doesn't mean she's not a detective. You know what I mean? If she detects things and works out crimes and frames people and, you know, gets them up before the beak, then she's a detective, isn't she? Well, Kristen, you know, my deepest sympathy. Right, let's get a bit of Hangman on. I better show you the answers together just in case you can see them. Bacon, Lundy, Helix, Hercule Poirot, and Las Vegas. Did anyone get busted? Did anyone go for Miss Marple? 32. Aye, not a huge improvement. That means some improvement. You said Miami for suicide? No, busted on that. It said Lamb as well. I never considered Lamb, yeah. Let's see what people got bust on. Bust on Reno. Well done to anyone who didn't get bust, because that was full of trouble that round. Do we get on the wheel for saying Lundy is Icelandic for puffing? Nah, I've stopped doing getting on the wheel for facts, because it's just a bit too arbitrary, you know. But it's nice. Nice one. I think I knew that about it. I didn't know about the triangular stamps, but I think I knew about the puffins. Bust on ham, bust on ham, bust on ham. Right. Let's play Hangman, ladies and gentlemen, and then if we've got any time, maybe fit in Kazula Palooza. But let's have a little bit of Hangman. So the first one to get the answer right on any particular Hangman gets their name on the wheel. Okay, so here we go. Here's Hangman. Now, I think I've got these written down this time, the answers, because I've been doing these without actually knowing the answers, and it's a bit sketchy. There's more Lundy info. Lundy is where the biggest Manx shearwater population go to nest, and Marion was saying, Roddy, you've impressed me. I'm going there in Feb, armed with his new knowledge. Thanks. Yeah. I like that you're impressing each other. I mean, I might start doing wheel names for facts, but it was getting very difficult for me to judge what I should put on and what I should leave off. So, anyway, later. Let's do Hangman just now. So, here we go. So the first one is a song. Guess a letter. Don't guess lots of letters, just one each, right? And I'll put the letters up in the order they come up. And then the first person to put the correct answer in a chat will get on the wheel. And Spedge is straight in there with a P for Paul. Let's have a look. P. Is there a P for puffin or for Paul or for particular? No. Andrew's gone for an O. Let's see if we've got an O. No O either. Raymond's gone for A. Let's see. Marion, there's an A there in the middle of the last word. Marion says F. On F? No. Doodle say E. Yes, there's a couple of E's. Kirsten says R. We don't have R yet, so let's get an R. Francesca says E. We already have an E. Miss Snow says H. Yeah, I believe there is an H. Let's have a look. Okay, let's see if anyone's got any guesses yet. No. Anyone got it from this? Yes, they have. It's Mr. Spedge, Thunder in My Heart. Yeah. I didn't need to get into the clues. Yeah, yes, Louisa. We do guess in the comments, but you have to do it before the Spedge to get the points, and it was Spedge there. So Mr. Spedge is on the wheel, which is where he belongs. If you know what I mean. Thunder in my heart. It's a Leo Sayer song from the 70s, and then it was redone in a dance style by Mech. Can't remember roughly what year that was, maybe year 2000, around about then. I feel thunder in my heart. When I walk away, I follow my soul. Lovely Leo Sayer. Well done, Claire. It was Claire at Team Spedge HQ. Superb. Right, let's have another one. That was the song. I've got 3 of these, so we can do them fairly quickly. Right, sitcom. Get your name on the wheel by being first to guess the title of this sitcom. So anyone can guess a letter, but the first person to get the actual answer, just in the normal comments, in the normal chat. Right, Spedge fittingly gets the first guess here and goes for A. Let's see if there's an A. Yes. I wonder if anybody will get it just from that. Just going to wait a couple of seconds, just see if anybody gets it just from that. Sitcom. Something that we've talked about on this quiz before. A couple of months ago, I think we were chatting about this. Let's see. Oh, yes. This is what turns me on about Hangman when people get this. Just it's Raymond. Vicar of Dibley. Look at that. One letter in, and Raymond gets that. Is superb. Let's see. I think the first 5 letters are all on the board there. F, G, H. Vicar. Boy, Vicar. My wife and daughter got into this briefly a couple of months ago. And I always thought it was the worst program in the world, right? I was always really against ever watching The Vicar of Dibley just by looking at the publicity for it. I just thought this is the worst program ever made. So I ended up watching the episode and I thought, that's quite well written, quite funny, quite well acted. But then I watched the second episode, then a third, and by the time I watched the third episode, I was like, I was right the first time. This is gash. Utter mince. That was superb, by the way, Raymond. It was Raymond. The funny Christmas dinner special. Oh, I don't know. The plot is that Geraldine Granger, the Vicar of Dibley, played by Dawn French, who is get this comedy fans, is fat, gets invited to all these Christmas dinners and she can't turn them down because it's a sitcom. She can't just go, no, look, I'm busy. I'd love to, but I can't. She goes, yes, okay, and she tries to please everybody. So she ends up at all these dinners and has like 5 Christmas dinners or something like that, and then has to crawl home. And at no point does she go, look, I was round at theirs and I had enough to eat already. Thanks very much. Favourite sitcoms? Young Ones. That's probably about it. I'm sure I can think of some others. Sitcoms. I don't know. Let's get another hangman on while I'm thinking of what my favourite sitcoms are. There you go. Thanks, Raymond. Middle England, middle class, middle aged, pish. Could not say it anymore. Couldn't say it any better. Fools and Horses. It's one of those things. Yeah, it was funny sometimes, but then it just turned into a soap opera. That's the fate of all sitcoms, is that they end up turning into soap operas. They end up being too much about the characters. You care too much about the characters, and by series 4 or 5, it's not funny anymore. Allo is brilliant. Coupling is way underrated. Never seen it. Don't know it. Well, Trump had 60 million voters. Black Arrow is a funny one. I used to love that back in the day, but a couple of years ago, me and the missus ended up with DVDs of the whole of Series 2, I think, and Series 3 of Blackadder, and we watched them, but the trouble was we watched them kind of back to back, so if you watch them rapidly one after the other, you start to see the formula, you know, and it ceases to be funny. When they always go to the pub. I don't remember them going to the pub. Is that a trivia question for all of us? Motorhead are playing when they go to University Challenge. That's a good question from Louisa. Which band are playing when the young ones go to the pub? I don't know, we'll keep that on the board. Let us know, Louisa, because otherwise it will clash with this one, because people started to guess letters already for this. Noodle Doodles are saying letter E. Right. Oh, look, you're kidding. Look, hang on a second. Gary's got this right without any letters. Jesus Christ. Gary Palmer. Yeah, a bit of triumphant music there, Gary. That's absolutely outrageous. 2000, maybe I gave you too much information in the clue there. 2000 number one hit. Maybe I should have just said song like I did for Thunder in Your Heart. But it's Born to Make You Happy. It's Britney Spears, your old pal. Right. That's a world record that will never be beaten. It's a solve with no letters on the board. Gary Palmer. Outrageous. That's me typing you on the wheel. God, now I can't remember who got the Vicar of Dibley. Was it Raymond? No, you never. You solved it with one letter, Raymond. Well, you might have solved it at your end, but by the time I got your guess, there was one letter up. Right, okay. Right, you're brilliant as well. It's 8:30, so I was going to do Kazula Palooza, but I think you've probably had enough kazoo for tonight. So let's go over to the wheel and spin the wheel for the prizes. No beer tonight. Sorry about that. I'm going to try and get a new sponsor for next week, but that was incredible. Well done to both Gary and Raymond for solving that in ridiculous speeds. Okay, let's get a wheel on. We'll spin the wheel and then we'll go back and sort out that stuff about sort out the young ones detail. Okay, so let's see the wheel. Let's get the wheel on. So we get the screen off and we get the wheel on. Here it is. Way, all right. So let's see those names going through. Gary Palmer, Raymond Hogg, Maz, Elizabeth, who got a couple of questions right. Peaky Pfeiffer's, that was near the start. Maz got another one. Noodle Doodles got a question right. Third Maz on the wheel there. Jock Mackey of Leaf. Fat Boy got sick are on the wheel. Louisa is on the wheel. Spage down in Prudo near Newcastle, and then back to Gary and Raymond. Right, okay, so that's all who's on the board. Let's go through it one at a time. So tonight's first prize, or the first prize we're doing, I'm not saying it's the best prize, is a DVD of Scooby-Doo versus Batman. No, Scooby-Doo meets Batman. Not versus. They're together, right? So Scooby-Doo DVD. Right, here we go. I'm going to spin the wheel. Round and round and round it goes. What we got? We got Gary, Maz, Noodles, Maz, Jock, Fat Boy, Louisa. Is it going to go all the way to Spage, or is it going to stick on Louisa? What's going to happen? Oh, it's clicked over. Spage wins Scooby-Doo meets Batman on DVD. Absolutely outrageous. Yeah. Look, Andrew's cheering for Maz after last week's disaster where Maz nearly won about 3 times but didn't win at all. Simon's delighted with the Scooby-Doo DVD. Louisa's delighted with Spedge winning the Scooby-Doo DVD. Tate's jealous. See? So I'm going to take a name out, Spedge. One win per name. That's what we're doing. Right, next prize is... I'll do a scratch card, right? Prize number 2 is £100,000 scratch card. Look at this. This could be the end of your working life. You never need to work again if you win £100,000. So let's find out who's going to win 100,000 up to £100,000. Obviously not necessarily £100,000, especially if you saw Tate and Robin's scratches the other day, right, Louisa? Gary, is it going to stop? Oh, it does. Gary Palmer, all right. Gary Palmer. Yeah. That's 100 grand. I'm writing that down next to your name, Gary. Gary, you need to send me your address if you've not won before. I think you might have. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But send me your address anyway so I can send you £100,000. Bit of analysis here from Tate, who's our gambling stats man. He says actual better odds of winning on the 100k ones than 10k ones. Nice, says Gary. That was deserved, Gary. That was you got on the wheel for getting a Britney Spears song with no letters, which is pretty outstanding. So make sure you send me your... Oh, I should have taken you off the wheel. I pressed the wrong button. Right, okay. If you win again, I'll have to take you off. Where is the funky computer voices? Oh, is it not on tonight? We like hearing the electronic voice. All right. It's in the settings. Look. It's just a website, right? You can do this yourself. Wheelofnames.com. Customize. Sound. Ticking to after spin. That's what we want. Read out the winning name. That's what it says. Oh, if I got it turned down. Is that the thing? That's what it is. Right, okay. I need to stop. So my settings were actually okay. but it's the volume. I'm going to go over here and turn up the volume. Okay. Right, it's back to the wheel. Right, last prize here is, get this. This is brilliant. Make sure you can see this. Shark Cafe fantastic heat change mug. Yes, folks, it's a mug, right? And you normally it just looks like that, but you put hot liquid in it, and a shark appears. Oh, so normal, someone swimming, having fun. Then, shark coming. Shark mug. So let's spin the wheel and see who gets the shark mug. Yes, it is special and rare. Right, let's see who gets the special and rare mug. Special and rare, special and rare, special and rare, special and rare, special and rare. Fat boy got sick. Louisa!
Louisa Jobson.
Louisa Jobson. Shark mug. Ah, yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah, and it does, and it sorts out your email for you as well. Jobson wins. Yes, yes, yes. So, Louisa dodged the Scooby-Doo DVD and got the shark mug. Very good. Because I don't have beer prize tonight, I'll do one more, right? Just because I know you love spinning the wheel. So let's take Louisa off the wheel. That particular instance offer anyway. I'm going to spin the wheel one more time for one more £100,000 card. All right, here we go. So I've written that down. Louisa shark mug. Now who's going to get this last scratch card? Maz. Peaky 5. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. All right. About time.
Maz Elizabeth.
Yes. Well done, Maz. Poor old Maz. Got dodged by the wheel 3 times at least last week, and looked like it was going to happen 2 weeks in a row. But Maz, you've come up trumps. You got 3 names on the wheel, so you earned it, and you've got £100,000, and that's coming in the post. Yes. Yay. Right, didn't do any live stuff tonight with you phoning in. Sorry about that, but well, or maybe not. Sorry. Don't always have to do it, but I'll definitely do some on Monday. Okay. Maybe get Kazula Palooza back on Monday. Thanks for playing the quiz tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What's that? Would you like to redraw? What, you don't want a mug? You don't want a mug? No, surely. Louisa, that's a shark mug that changes colour when you put hot water in it. That's an outrage. That's sensational. It's like the greatest mug ever made. Oh, are you vegan? Is that what it is? Thanks for, oh yeah, thanks Ollie. Appreciate it very much. If anyone else is thinking, my goodness, that Dr. Paul deserves a tip. Check all the prep he's done. Check all the setting up and all that stuff. Really cool. I should give him a tip. So if anyone else is feeling that way, then there's a link. Thanks very much. You know what? And would like a vegan animal like a chicken? That's not in this language, Simon. You might need to translate that. Any idea what you're talking about? Well, Louisa doesn't he want the shark mug, right? There are people who would love that mug as a Crimbo Prezi. I already have one. You've already got one. You've already got one. How have you already got one? How does that work? I thought I had the shark mugs. I thought I was the only one. My dealer said to me, look, he said, Dr. Paul, I'll give you some of these shark mugs, right? And no one else has got them. I says, are you sure? Because I don't want to do a quiz and then someone wins one and then they start going, listen, I've already got one. And the guy said, no, trust me. Trust me, no one else has got these mugs, Dr. Paul. Yeah, they're cushy. Ah, very similar, right. So the guy was right. So you don't have the shark mug. Would you like to redraw? Not particularly, no. I mean, I've kind of done the spin, but I mean, if you insist one more time that you don't want this mug, then I will spin it again. At the moment, I'm sending this mug to you, but if you insist one more time that you don't want the shark mug, then I'll spin again. Oh, see, there are people who want it. Fat Boy Got Sick wants it. Go on. I want it. Spin, 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 spin the wheel of shark. Say 200 what? 200 bog rolls. Thanks, Bedge. Let's see what happens. Right, she's done it. I wondered if she was just feeling pressured because she won a few scratch cards there a week, Louisa, but she insists that she don't want the shark mug. She's insisting on a redraw, so here we go. Spin again, spin again, spin again. Noodle Doodles want it. Fat Boy Got Sick wants it. Let's find out who gets it. Shark, 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 shark. Rah! Gary? Raymond? It's Raymond!
Raymond
Hogg. He wanted it. He wanted it. He wanted it. And now he's got it. He's got the shark. So I better change these notes. Ah, right. That's what we're doing. That's what I want. I want someone who's happy to win the prize. Thanks, Louisa. Thanks for passing that on. I think that's a good result in the end. Right, Raymond, make sure I've got your address. Okay, send me a message on Facebook and I'll send you the shark mug. Maz, I think I've got your address. Gary, I think you need to send me an address. Spedge, I've definitely got your address. So Spedge won the Scooby-Doo Scooby-Doo Beats Batman DVD. Right. Protecting the innocent, thwarting injustice, and stuffing themselves with Scooby snacks. That's right. The most legendary names in crime fighting history join forces. All right. The action begins as the Joker and the Penguin try to cash in on a crooked counterfeiting scheme, only to be foiled by the dynamic trio of Batman, Robin, and Scooby-Doo. No mention of Scrappy, so it might actually be all right. Awesome. Jesus, Maz, why you do this thing? You moved to Loch Gelly? Oh no! Thing is, if that £100,000 comes up, then that you could buy the top half of Loch Gelly for that. You'd be home and dry. Hi. Yeah, counterfeiting scheme. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. Yeah, like the Joker and the Penguin. There they are. They're making fake Cushell, right? Everyone knows Cushell's the best toilet paper, but the Joker and the Joker's like, they'll never notice. I'll make fake Cushell for £1 and I'll sell it for £2. The Joker. And the Penguin's like, I'll sell it for £2.50. I'm literally the only person in this house, says Louisa, who drinks hot drinks. I have about 10 mugs in the cupboard. I only ever use 3, my favourite 3. Right. So, yeah, right. So you've looked in the mirror of late-stage capitalism. You've identified yourself as the problem there, Louisa, and I appreciate your efforts to try and be the better person. Cherish the love. Da, 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 da. Oh no, that's Madonna. Cherish. Cherish the love we have, for as long as we both shall live. Great tune, by the way. Give us a Yazoo tune before you leave. You know that one? Thanks, Raymond. Wrong one. The Cool and the Gang Cherish is quite slow one, quite beautiful one. Cherish the love we have, for as long as we both shall live. No more? Well, I'm supposed to finish at 8:30. It's like 10 to 9. Listen, I kind of promised you Kazula Palooza. I'll do one little Kazula Palooza, and whoever gets it first will get another scratch card, all right? Just because we're having fun. So let's get Kazula Palooza on, because it is set up. You know. So I might as well. For as long as we both shall live. Link for the scores. Yeah, all right. I'll put it up early. I'll put it up just now as well, because it's difficult to go back up the chat. Score upload. This is for you. Cherish the love. Cherish the love. Sure does. That's what caught Donald Trump out, isn't it? The old time delay. He thought he'd done it, but it was a wee time delay on the Biden vote. Right, one Kazula Palooza, okay. Whoever's first to choose something off the board is the one I'll do, okay? Actually, I've got a new way of doing Kazula Palooza tonight, which might actually be quite good. Let's see how it goes. So someone choose one that they want to hear, okay? Girl power, right, okay. So the new way I've got of doing it is actually putting how do you say, backing track, right? Oops. Got so much open on this computer. So I've just got to have a little look to see what the BPM is. I took a note of those earlier on. I'm trying this out to see if it makes it any better. Right, so I'm looking at 108 BPM. So I'll go over here to my start the beat going. That's the only phrase from it that I actually know. Nah, it's girl power is the clue, right? Hang on. I'm just going over here to turn this down a little bit. That's all right. It's better. Yeah. Say you'll be there. Oh, did someone get it before? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Robin's got it. I got a lot of different windows open. Yeah, it was Say You'll Be There by the Spice Girls. I don't know why the pictures disappeared. Oh. There it is. Anyway, that's the new way of doing it, is to actually have a bit of rhythm, just to try and make it a bit easier. So, aye. It's pretty bad. Do I want a band of the artist? Doesn't matter. Robin's got it. Yeah, usually just the song. Right, Robin wins. So it's another scratch card for Robin. And Tate down there in Fleetwood. Another. I love it. 1 second, the Spedge is like, my ears. Oh, God. Oh, no. Next second, another. One more, right? And that's it. Someone pick. What do you want to hear? Which one of these do you want to hear? "1995 House," right? Aye, this is quite a good one, actually. Let me get the old BPM. 110. Let's have a look, see what we can do with 110 BPM. That's pretty similar to what we had, which was one. And I'll keep the same rhythm. Here we go. Right, ready? It's not Around the World. You're just about there, but it's not the right tune. That's it. Daft Punk. Yeah. You got that just at the point where the beat maker gave up the ghost. I got far too much open on this computer. It doesn't work very well at the best of time. It's Daft Punk by Daft Punk. It's good with the beats, isn't it? My poor wee computer can't handle it. Right. Aye. That'd be, well, I mean, the last 2 years have been some bloke singing about sausage rolls, so you know, there's it's not impossible, is it? You know the video of that one? It's the dog. Sad dog walking about nighttime streets. And he's got that song playing on his ghetto blaster and he can't turn it down, and everyone hates him because the music's so loud. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry you're dead. Funeral tune. I'll do a reprise, but like literally it's Beatcraft, Acoustica Beatcraft is the name of the program, and it has stopped. Brackets, not responding is what it says in the title bar. Right, I'm out of here because I need to go and have some dinner. But I don't need to. I'm gonna. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. I will, after I've done my dinner, I'll come back and I'll look at all your scores and I'll get something uploaded tonight, all right, for the scores. And it'll be cool. Well done to all our winners tonight. Spedge, Gary, Raymond, Maz, Robin, and well done to Louisa as well. If you're waiting for scratch cards in the post, I posted a load out this afternoon, so you'll get them soon. Lockdown quiz every night. It's only a lockdown in England, Spedgy. That's still. It's not really freedom up here. Like the pubs are open, but they're not allowed to serve booze. The hell's that? And they got to close at 6 anyway. It's rubbish, like. Thank you, Graham. Plus, it takes a wee bit just to put these quizzes together. I don't know if I could do 5 a week, to be honest. Don't know. But like I said earlier on, I'm going to work on getting the big teams quiz back and working, and that'll probably be a 9 o'clock thing. So it'll be good fun. Yeah. I worked at a pub before lockdown called Strathy, right? Strathmore, known as the Strathy. And it's kind of a daytime pub, you know. It's for slightly older blokes. And that just come back on, the music. Aye, proper hardcore daytime guys, you know. Usually pretty wasted by 6 o'clock. But they used to have a sign outside which said, "How can you drink all day if you don't start in the morning?" That's the type of place it was. Used to get shoplifters in there. Shoplifters would go in Scotmid, which is the co-op, steal all the meat, come into the pub, you get steak, you know, £1, £2, instead of £6. I'm not endorsing that at all. I'm just reporting things that happened. I met a guy in there who said that in the 90s, I think, or maybe the 2000s, he got codes from a guy who worked in a factory making puggies, fruit machines. We call them puggies up here. And I basically made £17,000 in 2 weeks or something like that, going around fruit machines in the West Midlands because he knew sequences of buttons to press. It's very impressive. And it's like classic guy in a pub stuff. It's like, nah, he's exaggerating, talking shite. But I asked him a few questions. Came away from it thinking, I think he probably did. I think that probably is exactly what happened because he knew a lot of detail about it, you know. Asked him a bit of detail. I was asking him too much. Like he says, "What are you police?" He says, "Nah, I'm a quiz master." Ladies' night at the Strathy. Oh yeah. I don't think I've ever been ladies' night at the Strathy. Best pub. The best pubs are always the slightly rough ones, eh? Come on, everybody. Christmas #1. This is the top of the charts. Been #1 for 5 weeks. Top ball. What a great future for all of us. All right. I'll see you later. I'm going to get out of here. Have my dinner. See ya. Good night. Bye. Bye. I didn't mean to type it like that. Bye.